Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a good day. Today I'm doing another foundation testing, but it's not a new foundation. Technically it's not. It's a collection Lasting Perfection foundation, and I'm also doing the concealer because they've recently repackaged, and I think they've maybe changed the formula as well. They've changed some shades, they've added some shades in, and yeah, I was kind of intrigued. I didn't really know about it at all, and then I saw Soph Does Life talk about it, and I was like, wait, hang on, I used to really like that foundation, and I thought, let's give that a go. So I picked up the foundation and concealer. They look so fancy now, like, look at that. I got the concealer in shade 2 Porcelain to make it a bit lighter than my foundation, and then I got the shade 4 Extra Fair in the foundation. On the website, I ordered this off Boots, and I think just in general, like the collection sales stuff, like it tells you what the shades used to be. So I'm sure that Porcelain 2 used to be Extra Fair. So excuse like the damage, like all the crusty packaging, but that was what Extra Fair used to look like. And I don't know if it's just like the frosted glass packaging, but that looks a lot lighter than Extra Fair. But then again, this is really old and crusty, so that could also be why. I can't remember what it said that the Extra Fair foundation should have been, like what shade it was before. But I used to have the Porcelain shade, and actually I still have it. Here it is. Yeah, so I used to have the Porcelain shade, and I mean you can tell already like the difference between these. Like I'd look at that and think that's definitely drugstore, and I'd look at that and think it's a bit more bougie, a bit more expensive. But I think in reality there was only like £1 difference in price, which I don't think is bad. But yeah, so I think Porcelain was number 1 in the old range. So Porcelain was the lightest, and this was already too dark for me, but it also oxidized quite a bit. So like it was too dark and then it went even darker. Whereas this is a lot lighter. You can like really tell from the bottles like the difference in the colour there. And oh, I've got that dirty already. Oh no, why did I do that? Yeah, so you can already tell the colour difference, and I don't know, I think it's quite promising. So yeah, the difference in packaging for the old and the new for the foundation are these. And then you got the different packaging. I've actually got 2 shades of the concealer. The old range looked like this, but I can get my fingers around it. And then the new range looks like this. So all in all, they look really nice, really bougie. I don't know if there's any difference really in like the product that you get. 6.5ml. Doesn't say how much you get in this, which is different. For the foundation, you get 27ml in the new one, and you got 30ml in the old one. So we actually get 3 less mil in this one than this one, but yeah, it looks like it should be the other way around. Let's quickly read up on the claims of this foundation. I'm just going to read it off the bottle. Like I can't be able to get the website. The bottle's actually quite informative with it. So it says Lasting Perfection Matte Foundation, up to 16-hour wear, SPF 30, which is pretty good, and it's apparently a 6-in-1. So on the back it says the 6-in-1 primes, conceals, covers, soothes, protects and mattifies. It claims to be water resistant, transfer proof, full coverage, and give you no clogged pores. So that sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't say what like skin type it's for, whether it's for oily skin, whether it's for matte skin, combination, dry, matte skin. Did I really say matte skin? I meant dry. So we'll see. But the old one, which is quite interesting, this is why I'm sure they've changed the formulas, and that's why I wanted to test them, because I'm sure they're not the same one. The old one says lasts up to 16 hours, which this one also claims to do. Flawless coverage, this one just says full coverage. Minimises imperfections, which, yeah, this one says smooths, protects, blah blah blah. SPF 20, so this has 10 more SPF, and this one does specify that it's oil free. So this one, if I was to like look at the two, I'd maybe go for this one in the shop, because I'm like, well, this one says it's oil free, I have oily skin and I don't want that. But then this one says it mattifies and the old one doesn't. So that's why I'm so sure that they're different foundations. The concealer as well on the front says 16-hour wear, and on the back it says smudge proof, budge proof and transfer proof. Conceals dark circles and blemishes for a flawless 16-hour wear, and it says it's water resistant. So that's interesting. The concealer as well, which I really liked, they've changed the doe foot. And I'm already wearing this, by the way, so I know what it's like. But this applies so much nicer, and it applies so much more product, and like just so much smoother than what the old concealers used to. Because like, this is what the old doe foot used to look like. Which I mean is like a standard shape for a doe foot, but it's very small. And then if you compare them together, like The difference is just great, and it's so much flatter, it feels more flexible, and it's a lot nicer to use, honestly. So yeah, like I said, I have used both of these before. Oh, and this comes with a pump, which is great. I have used both of these already. I filmed that really early in the morning, but because my husband was still asleep, I didn't want to wake him up. So I literally just did like I'm gonna put in like a time lapse of me using that. As I normally do for like my foundation test, I did one side with a sponge and one side with a brush for when applying the foundation. So this side I did with the sponge, this side I did with the brush, and then the concealer I just blended in with the sponge because it's hard to do that with a brush. With the brush that I have anyway, it's too big, so I just did that with the sponge anyway, and that's what I would always do. So yeah, I'll insert this clip right now, and you know, you can see me applying it and all stuff like that.
Some time thinking about the day that we met. I love to see you smile. Can't take my eyes off your silhouette. So today I have planned it out so carefully. I know the things that you like. We'll be singing and dancing on the way. I got plans for you all day, all night. 'Cause we're running out of time. So cover your eyes, 'cause I have a surprise for you. Baby, it's your birthday. Now you don't have to wait no more. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Just want you for myself all day. Let me show you what I got in store. So get ready, get ready, get ready. I can't take my eyes off you. I'll make it like every day is your birthday. I want to spend my life with you. And now it's time to celebrate. 'Cause we're running out of time. So cover your eyes, 'cause I have a surprise for you. Baby, it's your birthday. Baby, it's your birthday. Whoa. Baby, it's your birthday. Now you don't have to wait no more. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Just want you for myself all day. Let me show you what I got in store. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Baby, it's your birthday. Now you don't have to wait no more. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Just want you for myself all day. Let me show you what I got in store. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Baby, it's your birthday. Baby, it's your birthday. Yeah.
Right, so that was me applying the foundation and the concealer, and honestly my initial thoughts of it was that it's really good. The main thing that stuck out to me though was that it didn't oxidize from what I could tell. Like with the old formula, I put it on my hand and then put it on my face, and then by the time I finished blending out my, like if I needed to add a bit more on, I'd go back in and it would just be so much lighter underneath compared to around it. So the old foundation and the concealer did oxidize quite a lot, but with this foundation and concealer I didn't really notice it at all, so that was a big win for me. So not only have they introduced lighter shades, but they've stopped their lighter shades from oxidizing so dark, and I think it's going to be really easy to figure out what shade you are, because you're not going to be like, oh yeah, that's perfect, and then take it home, put it on, and you get 10 shades darker as you're sitting there doing the rest of your makeup. So it didn't oxidize, which was fantastic. It looked really smooth as well when I put it on. I mean, it does say it's smoothing. I didn't really notice it filling in all of my pores completely. I have fairly large-ish pores, I think, around my nose and like on my nose. So it didn't like completely get rid of them. If I use like a pore filling primer, that would probably be really, really good. Like it would be so smoothing. But my skin did look really great. It didn't cling to any like, I don't know, like dryish patches where I haven't exfoliated for a while. I've got a bit of a tash going on right now, and it hasn't got caught in that. It just looked really nice, and where I have spots and things like that at the moment, it didn't sit awkwardly on that. I did put the concealer like under my eyes, nose, a bit on my forehead, a bit on my chin, and then I went around and spot concealed later on. And honestly, it was fine. Like, I wish I had the concealer in the same shade as the foundation as well, so that I can do a bit more spot concealing a bit better. But a way to get around having like a really light spot conceal is to do them first and then do the foundation later. But I wanted to see how good the foundation covered. Which brings me to the next thing, is that I feel like the foundation wasn't full coverage. Does it say full coverage? It does say full coverage. I did go in with another layer on my cheeks only, just to see if I could build that up, and I don't think it was full coverage. I have a few spots, one kind of like over here and one down here, that you could see a bit of redness and a bit of the discoloration coming through. But honestly, it was a really nice foundation anyway, and I think if you did have like acne prone skin, that would be quite a lifesaver for you when you're just having like a general bad skin day, because you can build it up, but obviously if you build it up, it's going to get a bit more cakey. The concealer actually is very full coverage, and I wasn't expecting that, because the old concealer, yeah, it was good, but it wasn't like full coverage. Like, it was a cheaper version of Tarte Shape Tape, but it was obviously like, it was cheaper because it wasn't as good. But honestly, now I think that is like almost a true dupe to Tarte Shape Tape, and I really liked it. Like, I was quite surprised at how nice the coverage was. Like, it spot concealed quite nicely. I think there was still like a spot that ever so slightly came through, but you're gonna get those stubborn ones sometimes. But under my eyes, along my nose, like, it all looked so nice, and I was genuinely so impressed. It does say on the bottle for the foundation though that it's a matte, like a mattifying one, and I don't really think it is. With the sponge, it definitely came out a lot more matte than on the side with the brush, but lately I prefer using a brush to put my foundation on, so I don't know, like, it's going to be more dewy for me, but then I do powder the hell out of my face anyway. So really, whether it's matte or not, I'm still going to powder the hell out of my face. The foundation also claims to be transfer proof, and at the moment I'm not going to say how long I've been wearing this foundation yet, because no spoilers, but at the moment I don't know if it is. I mean, on my face, like here, it's not bad, so I think if I held my phone up to my face, actually let's just do that. So if I did that, talking on the phone, it is like coming off slightly, but then I have been wearing this a long time. Put in the comments how long you think I've been wearing this foundation right now in the state that it's in. I'm aware it's not like an amazing state right now, so I'm talking about how great this foundation is at the moment, like my initial first impressions, and I'm probably sitting in like a hot mess. But how long do you think I've been wearing this for now? Like, let me know, and if we're right, then I'll maybe tell you. I'll maybe leave like a cheeky emoji or something like that. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's fully transfer proof right now. Maybe at the beginning it was, I didn't test it then, that's my bad. But yeah, my initial like first impressions were great. It powdered down really well. The products like bronzer and stuff blended really well on top of it, and it seemed alright. It seemed quite promising, and it looks nice, and the colour's really nice, and it didn't oxidize, and I'm too excited about it not oxidizing. But honestly, that was such an issue with the old collection products and with drugstore products in general. It is quite an issue with foundations oxidizing. You normally have to pay quite a lot more money to get a foundation or a concealer that doesn't oxidize. Considering it's still very cheap, I don't think it's a bad value so far. But saying that, I'm not finished my wear test yet. I'm going to be wearing this as long as possible. So at the moment it's like just coming into the evening time, so I don't want to like say, oh, it's amazing, because whatever, because it obviously is looking a bit worse for wear, but that's my skin. Like all my foundation tests, I will be doing check-ins throughout the day. I know my Morphe foundation review wasn't really great with my check-ins. I didn't do any check-ins, I just went from like 0 to 10 hours, but I'll give an update on that one later, I promise. Yeah, I'm going to be going through some check-ins throughout the day. I've got some things to do, and yeah, I'll cut to them and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so it's currently 3:15. So I've put this on the check-in and set at like 9:50, but I kind of finished putting it on at maybe 9:30. So I'm gonna call the check-in 9:30 to make it just a bit easier. So it's been 6 hours. Where's the day gone? 6 hours? That can't be right. This day's gone really fast. Jesus. But yes, it's been 6 hours apparently, and it's looking alright. I can see my oil is coming through. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see, but yeah, I can see my oil is coming through a little bit, and I can feel it as well. Like, I can feel that it's a little bit, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not sticky, it's not slippery, it's just like oily. It's a weird feeling. Like, if I smudge my finger across my face, I know for a fact that I would like rub some of it off at this point. So it's doing okay, and I mean, I powdered a crap ton, and this is my RCMA powder as well, which typically lasts like amazing on my skin, and it's doing alright. For 6 hours though, like, this isn't actually that bad. On a normal day, if I was doing anything, like if I was out and I had my powder with me, I would repowder. But because I'm doing the wear test, I don't really want to repowder. I did actually buy some blotting sheets by Soap and Glory, I think. So I want to try them out, but I don't want to do it today because I'm doing a test. But what I might do is I might just try one at the end and just see like how much oil comes out at the end of the day, because that's going to be like probably really gross but really satisfying. So I want to try that out. I'm finishing work at 5:30, so I've got about 2 hours and 15 minutes left. And then after that we're going to go to the shop. It's a bit better right now, but it has been raining all day, so it might rain. And then obviously you've got the issue at the moment of wearing a mask, so I'm probably going to be rubbing some of it off along my nose and stuff. To be fair, like, along my nose doesn't feel that bad. It's down here where it feels really oily. Like, up here it's alright. And like across here, my chin's kind of a bit sticky feeling, and my forehead's okay. But I don't think it looks bad, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it hasn't really broken down anywhere. Maybe like slightly on my chin, where I've kind of just been like thinking when I'm at work and whatever, like I can think sometimes. But yeah, for the majority of it, it looks alright. Not the most long lasting, but I don't use primers when I do these tests. So primers can make such a big difference. So I reckon if I just got like a decent primer that like prevented oils and things like that, then I reckon this would be even better. Or maybe if you use a setting spray, again, it might be even better. I don't quite know. But yeah, it's looking really nice from start to finish so far. I'm gonna just leave this on as long as possible, and I don't tend to go to bed until maybe, I mean, last night I didn't go to bed until about 2:30. I've been watching Celebs Go Dating on Netflix, and I'm not normally one for all this reality TV shite, but honestly I'm so invested in it. Like, it's just so funny. So yeah, I'm probably going to be keeping this on for definitely over 12 hours. Definitely. Like, I'm not going to be taking this off at 9 o'clock. Like, I'm probably going to have it on until midnight, so I might even end up in like doing like a 15-hour wear test sort of thing, which would be mental. But to be fair, the bottle does say up to 16-hour wear, so I could even just try and shoot for the full 16 hours, but I can't guarantee that because I don't know what I'm going to be like at the end of the night. But yeah, so I'll probably check back in once I'm back from the shop and stuff, so maybe about 7, so that's what, 4 hours away, and that'll be a 10-hour test already at that point as well. So yeah, I'll probably check in around 7 o'clock, and we'll see what it's looking like then at roughly 10 hours. Okay, so it is currently 9:35, so this has officially been on for 12 hours now. I was going to try and do it like as long as possible, but honestly this video needs to go up tomorrow, and I haven't even started editing at all, so I need to just kind of wrap this up where it is right now. And plus I'm really tired, like I've almost fell asleep already and I'm just sleepy. So anyway, the foundation is looking, I'll see how well I can get this in the light. Yeah, the foundation is looking very, very shiny. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to tell by way of like how it looks. I mean, I wore a face mask earlier when I went to the shop, so like it didn't really rub off my nose that much, which is quite surprising. It's just looking very shiny, where I've had like an itchy nose and I've scratched on my nose or on my head and things like that. Like, the foundation has very much kind of like rubbed off, which isn't very pretty really. But yeah, so it's done that. But other than that, I think it's actually looking pretty good. If I powdered, it would be so much better, but obviously just because it's a wear test, I can't really powder because that's unfair. So yeah, just as it is. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I like it. My eyeliner's a bit worse to wear as well. But yeah, I think it's nice. I do like it, and I will be using it again. But I will definitely need to maybe prime, get like a good primer for oily skin, and I need to powder or at least blot throughout the day because this is a bit much, and all I've done is sit at home. It's not even warm today. It's just like, it's been like okay, not cold, not warm. So yeah, I did say though that I wanted to try some blotting sheets, so I've got these ones from Soap and Glory. I've never tried blotting sheets. Like, I've used just paper towels and like toilet tissue and like peeled the ply and then just like did it that way. I've never used an actual blotting sheet. As far as I'm aware, it's just like greaseproof paper, as far as I know. So I'm just gonna set you down. Oh, by the way, so in my vlog, I realised that like all the footage of me in the kitchen was so dark. So excuse the mess, but what I actually did was I bought some LED lights to go underneath the counters, like just stuck them under there, and I love it. Like, it's so much brighter in here now. Like, again, excuse the mess, but look at that. I love it. It's so much better because the lamp, like the lighting in here, is right behind me. So whenever I'm cooking, I'm blocking all of the light, so I can't see what I'm doing. So I love this. Like, this is great. Anyway, you didn't really ask about that, so I don't know why I bother telling you something sometimes. Okay, I don't know. I'm hoping you can kind of see me. So it's basically like these things, right? And you just lift it up. Has a little mirror in it. Look at how you're positioned right now, if you can see that. And then it has like a lot of these just little bits of paper in it. And as far as I know, you just blot your face with it. And I love the fact it comes with a mirror. I just want to see like if this sticks to me. Ew. No. Caught it. Yeah, that sticks to you. Or at least sticks to me anyway. It does take off foundation though. I feel like it shouldn't take off foundation, but then it's kind of hard to not do that, isn't it? Like, look at that. Ew. God, this is actually so disgusting. Like, all this oil is coming off my face. Yeah, so that's, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but like, that is gross. Well, that's so disgusting and oily. So I'm glad that I have these papers, because I would definitely just be taking them out with me on a day-to-day basis, because I mean, it's a small little thing. It's so thin and it's so small. Like, I can just put that in my purse and leave it as that. How many are in there? It doesn't say how many sheets are in here. Oh, 30 sheets. So, you know, that'll be quite good for like nights out and stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna leave this here because, to be honest, I'm just tired and I need to get things edited. Comment shout out today goes to Felix. Thank you very much for commenting, Felix, and I'm not doing music reactions. Sorry, love, but it doesn't go with my channel. If you guys want to be in with a chance of being shouted out, all you need to do is be the first person to comment on one of my videos. So if you subscribe and turn your notifications on, you'll obviously get a notification whenever I make a video and post it online, and you can be the first to comment. If you like this video, please give me a like. It really helps me like know if you want to see this content more often and things like that. I'm gonna try and do like a foundation testing at least once a month. I know I've done 2 this month, but that's just because 2 have come out this month. So I'm gonna try and do at least one once a month. Try. I asked you earlier to comment something. Oh, the comment earlier was to take a guess at how long my foundation had been on by the time I'd film my intro. So from the intro, how long do you reckon my foundation had been on for? Leave that in the comments below. I've done that completely the wrong order. Like, comment, subscribe, you know the deal. And I'll see you guys in the next video.